Have you ever tried to look at something precious, but all you could see was a blur, as though a veil or mist stood between you and the truth? Paul paints a striking picture in 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 12. For now we see through a glass, darkly, but then face to face. This is more than poetic language. It is a revelation of how limited our spiritual sight truly is. In this present life, what we see of God's plan is real, but veiled, partial, blurred, like trying to make out a face in dim glass. Yet Paul holds out hope. One day the dimness will give way to clarity. The question is, how do we journey from shadow into fullness? The answer begins with the recognition that outward religion is not enough. Paul warns of those who are having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof. 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 5. The revelation here is that seeing dimly is not simply about lack of knowledge, but about lack of surrender. Those who cling to appearances without yielding to the Spirit remain in darkness. But Romans chapter 8, verse 6 gives the key. For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. The blurred glass begins to clear when we exchange the carnal mind for the mind of the Spirit. Yet this transformation cannot be forced. It comes only when the heart responds to the knock of Christ. Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If any man hear my voice and open the door, I will come in to him. Revelation chapter 3, verse 20. Here the revelation deepens. Clarity does not come from us staring harder through the glass, but from Christ stepping inside and shining his light. The mystery of godliness is revealed when he dwells within. Christ in you, the hope of glory. Still, the journey requires faith. Hebrews chapter 11 verse 1 tells us, Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Faith is the bridge between our dim present and the fullness yet to come. This faith anchors us in the promise of the times of restitution of all things. Acts chapter 3 verse 21. Revelation here is twofold. The restitution is both a cosmic promise tied to Christ's return and a personal reality, as his word restores and completes his people even now. The glass clears not only at the end of time, but as his Spirit works restoration in us day by day. Paul explains how this transformation unfolds. As we yield ourselves to righteousness, Romans chapter 6, verse 16, we are gradually conformed to the image of his Son, Romans chapter 8, verse 29. The revelation here is that sanctification is not passive. It requires yielding, a continual choice of obedience. Paul describes the goal of this process, till we all come unto the measure of the stature of the fullness of Christ, Ephesians chapter 4, verse 13.